Good morning, grade 3. Get out your grammar student book. Write the date on page 68, 69, 70, and 71. Yesterday we studied grammar also. It was about comparative and superlative adverbs. I hope that you understand it very well so that it will be easy for you to do the exercises today in the grammar book. Let's read together success stories. Here, when we read, we will highlight now or circle the adverbs, also the comparative adverbs and the superlative adverbs. Try to circle them or highlight them with different colors like me. Orville and Wilbur Wright wanted to fly when they were small boys. They liked to play with flying toys. When the boys were older, they decided to make a flying machine in 1900. They built a glider. It didn't fly very quickly. Here, is there any adverb here? Yes, quickly. Highlight it or circle it. And it didn't fly very far. What about far? It's an adverb also. Highlight it. Go to the other column. In 1903, Wilbur and Orville successfully made the world's first airplane flight. Is there any adverb here? Yes, successfully. Their plane flew farther than the glider. What about farther than? Is adverb, comparative adverb, or superlative? Say, of course, it's a comparative adverb. Highlight it or circle it. Farther than. The glider, we finished this. It flew more quickly than. What about more quickly than? Comparative adverb also. Highlight it or underline it. Then the glider too. But it only stayed in the sky for 1 minute. The Wright brothers made another plane in 1908. It was their best machine. It flew the most quickly. What about the most quickly? Yes, highlighted the most quickly. Superlative adverb. It flew the farthest also, the farthest. Superlative adverb, highlighted also. People watched excitedly as the plane stayed in the air for 30 minutes. Where is the adverb here? Excitedly. How many adverbs we have? We have 4. What are they? Far, quickly, successfully, and excited. We highlight them with one color. Comparative adverbs, farther than, more quickly than. Highlight them with one color. Superlative adverbs, the farthest and the most quickly. Highlight them with one color also. So it will be easy for you to know the difference between them. Highlight them with different colors. Go to the other page, 69. Adverbs, comparative and superlative adverbs. Use adverbs to describe how a person or thing does something. We said before. Jane sings beautifully. Where is the adjective here? Beautifully. It has ly and it describes the verb sings. Here are some examples of how you form adverbs from adjectives. Like quick would be quickly with ly. Wonderful would be wonderfully with ly. Horrible would be horribly. We remove le and write ly. Easy would be easily. We remove y and write I then ly. Some adverbs are irregular. For example, good will be well. Far will be far the same. Fast, fast. Early, early. Hard, hard. High, high. Late, late. Study these adjectives and adverbs. When you compare the same actions, use comparative or superlative adverbs. The glider didn't fly very far. The first plane flew farther than the glider. The second plane flew the farthest. What's the difference? Far is an adverb. Farther than comparative adverb. The farthest superlative adverb. I want you to use your pencil when I read. Some comparative adverbs include more and the most. The glider didn't fly very quickly. Quickly here is an adverb. The first plane flew more quickly than comparative adverb. The second plane flew the most quickly. The most quickly here is a superlative adverb. Highlight them like me. Some comparative adverbs are irregular. Here are some common examples. Adverb, comparative adverb, and superlative adverb. Well became better and the best. Badly, worse and the worst. Far, farther, and the farthest. Complete the text. Use the adverbs forms of the adjectives. On December 17, 1903, the Wright brothers tested their first plane. They shook hands. Nervous will be nervously, so just write the adjective and add ly. As Orville got into the plane started to move. Slow will be slowly, just add ly. Along the ground. Then the plane started to move. Quick will be quickly. And after a moment, it suddenly, add ly also, lifted up into the air. Orville was lying on the bottom wing of the plane. He was holding onto the plane tightly. Just add ly to the adjective. And he was watching the people on the ground. The people were cheering, and he was watching the people on the ground. The people were cheering loudly. Just add ly to loud. And waving at Orville excitedly. Just add ly to excited. After about a minute, the plane landed. Orville stood up proudly. Just add ly to proud. And Wilbur ran to him. The first flight was a success. Here in question B, you will just write the adverb, then add ly. Just write the adjective and add ly to be adverb. Okay? Go to page 70. Choose the correct words to complete the conversation. What's your favorite invention, Ali? I love computers. They're brilliant. Computers help us do everything more easily. What was the world like before computers? Well, I think children did their homework more slowly than we do because they didn't have the internet. That's true. Today, we can find information more quickly than people in the past. Do you use the internet regularly? Yes, I used it. Space than my brother, more regularly. He never goes online, but my sister uses the internet the most regularly. She's always online. Is she? Can you type fast on your computer? Yes, I can. I can type the fastest of all the children in my class. So the answers here will be C-A, C-A, B-A. After you write the answers, check your answers and read the sentences again. Letter F. Hans Lippershey invented the first telescope in 1608. He couldn't see very space with his telescope, very far, but he could see things quite clearly. In 1609, Galileo made another telescope. Galileo could see things more clearly with his telescope than he could with Lippershey's telescope. Galileo could see farther with his telescope too. He used his telescope to look into space and see the surface of the moon. Isaac Newton invented a new kind of telescope in 1670. With his new telescope, he could see the farthest of all, and he could see things the most clearly. Newton used his telescope to study the planets. So the first answer will be far, then the second one clearly, the third one more clearly, the fourth one farther, then number 5 will be the farthest, then number 6 will be the most clearly. Page 71. Look at the chart, write the sentences. Use the comparative and superlative forms of the adverbs. Bike, car, and plane. Travel quickly, travel cheaply, travel far. Number 1. Quickly, car, and bike. If you find the adverb and two things, so it's comparative adverbs. If you find the adverb and one thing only, so it's superlative. Here, number 1, quickly, car and bike. Car and bike, two things, so it's comparative. You can travel more quickly. So I write you can travel. All the sentences you write you can travel. Then you will use the adverb here as a comparative. So it will be more quickly by car than by bike. Number 2, quickly and plane. You can travel the most quickly by plane. Why the most quickly? Because it's superlative. Only one thing, plane. Far and plane. Number 3, far and plane. You can travel the farthest by plane. Number 4, cheaply, car and plane. Number 4, car and plane and cheaply. You can travel more cheaply by car than plane. Number 5, cheaply and bike. So this is superlative. You can travel the most cheaply by bike. For car and bike. You can travel farther by car than by bike or than bike. What do you think about these inventions? Let's H down. Write sentences using these words. You can carry a tablet more easily than a PC. Number 2, you can buy a mobile the most cheaply. So I use the two words, every two words. The first one, carry and easy, I use them. The second one, buy and cheap, you can buy a mobile the most cheaply. Number 3, I'll use read and clear. You can read more clearly on the computer than on the tab. Number 4, I'll use send message and quick. You can send messages the most quickly with the PC. Then number 5, the last one, I'll use get online and fast. You can get online faster on the PC than on the mobile. I hope that you understand the grammar, and see you next time. Goodbye.